watching SportsBeat.
It's Corbin Capuzzi. Katoa keeps the legs driving. Is there? Oh, a big yes, another one! Inside the 20, spun forward inside the 15, still driving the leg. Way there, makes the leap, and does he come down with it? Yes, he does!
And hi there, everybody. Welcome to the Beat. Glad to have you aboard tonight. All right, what a 7 days it has been for the BYU Cougars. Last week, the upset at Wisconsin to move them into number 25 in the AP poll.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty on Saturday, but after the win over McNeese, the Cougars have moved up 5 spots in the AP top 25. They're now ranked 20th in the country. How about that? It's been a while since the BYU Cougars have experienced ranking this high. You have to go back to September 2014. Remember this, Taysom Hill and the Cougars moved up to number 18 in the nation after a 41-33 home win over the Virginia Cavaliers. The next week, they were upset at home by the Utah State Aggies 35-20. Now they get ready for a top 25 matchup against 11th ranked Washington on Saturday in Seattle. How big is that game going to be?
All right, well, if you can believe it, the Jazz will hold Media Day tomorrow. First practice on Tuesday, first preseason game this Saturday at home. Now, with the fall camp opening up, Donovan Mitchell probably won't have much more time to go to any more college football games. So last night may have been his last stop on his Utah College Football Stadium tour. Donovan was in Logan for the Aggies and Air Force game. He was in Rice-Eccles the week before the Utes lost, but he brought good luck to the Aggies, witnessed a win for Utah State, and got an Aggie jersey for his collection.
We just want to ask you, you've played in front of a lot of crowds. What's this one compared to?
This one is, I've watched this one since I was in college at the basketball game, so it's pretty cool to come here and see it in person.
All right, and of course we have to ask, who's going to win this game tonight?
Of course, Utah State, no doubt.
Awesome.
No doubt.
What's been your favorite part of the night so far?
I think just the love that the fans show for us and for the team. It's dope. It's awesome.
Did you know so many people loved you in Northern Utah?
Did not. Had no idea, but now I'm definitely going to make this a yearly trip for sure.
Good.
All right, when we come back, he's back, and time to break down the weekend of college football.
He jukes it after going right, back to his left. Hand off Katoa. Katoa! A big yes! Another one!
Cougars move up to number 20 in the AP poll with a 27-point win over McNeese State. David and Sly in studio to break it down for us. Let us know if they saw anything to help them pull off another upset this week at Washington.
Boggs has it to the end zone for the touchdown.
The Aggies keep rolling. They ran and then stopped the Air Force option when they had to. The breakdown is next.
You're watching SportsBeat. The Murdoch Automotive no regrets play of the game.
Stroke to left.
Something for Royals fans to cheer about for a change. Alex Gordon flashing some leather. Royals win for the 54th time this season.
Hey.
Unfortunately, they have 102 losses.
Boo. All right, final round of the Tour Championship, wrapping up the FedEx Cup playoffs on the PGA Tour. Utah's Tony Finau had a rough day today. He finished +2 for the day. Finished 6th in the FedEx Cup overall standings. And for finishing 6th, Jeremiah, let's not feel too bad for him, right? He picked up a bonus check of $800,000.
I could use a loan.
Yeah.
But the story is Tiger Woods. He's back. He started the day with a 3-shot lead and really was never challenged. I'm not kidding. He really is back this time.
Yeah, and it's not his bad back either. It's a good one. It started right on the first hole, too. He'd been dialed in all week, and he had knocked that in for a birdie. Then on the par 4 13th, second shot from 142 yards, about 15 feet away. He would step up, and the birdie putt for Plunko. And then, guys, check out the gallery, Jeremiah, as he makes his way to the 18th hole.
Just like the good old days.
Is that incredible? Tiger sells, man.
Yeah, he does.
This is good for golf. Too bad that the season's wrapped up because we would be able to see this every week.
Imagine this is the Masters.
Yeah, Tiger would step up on the final hole and tap in for par. He wins his first PGA Tour event in 5 years, 1,786 days. Tiger, though, finishes second in the FedEx Cup standings. Justin Rose wins the FedEx Cup and the $10 million bonus check.
And right into the end zone for the touchdown. Intercepted. Zane Anderson steps in front and picks it off, and the Cougars back in business. 50, 40, 35, 30. Lateral to Heath. Wide open is Moroni Luluputu. Ball in the second level. Midfield. 40, 50, and it's a touchdown. It's going down. They got him. Kick is on its way, and it is going left of the uprights. It's no good. The Cougars have come to Wisconsin and beaten the Badgers.
Yeah, BYU's done what they've had to do the last 2 weeks to keep winning, and because of that, they have moved up to number 20 in the AP poll.
Yeah, yesterday's 27-point win over McNeese wasn't overwhelming, especially that first quarter. But there were a lot of good things that happened as the Cougars moved to 3-1.
Snap, Tabery, handoff Ross, coming near side, turns the corner, dives for the pylon, and no signal. Brother Bailey places the ball. Kick is on its way and through for 3. McNeese 3, BYU 0. Snap to Bailey, Rayburn. The kick by Gunner Rayburn, and it looks wide left, and it is. A block! The ball remains live, and the Cougars pick it up near side. Troy Warner at the 40, the 42, crossing the field, still alive. Midfield, 45, 44-yard line of McNeese State. Tight formation left, strength left. They juke a fly sweep to Milne, the handoff to Lopini Katoa. Katoa keeps the legs driving, stretches it all over the goal line, and scores the first touchdown of the day for BYU. Lopini Katoa. 2nd and 9, they gave him a yard in that previous play. Cody Orgeron steps up and throws. Intercepted, Tanner Jacobson at midfield. Jacobson 40, 35, 30, 31-yard line will be the spot. BYU first down and 10. They gave him 5, 2nd and 5 for BYU. Handoff Squally. Squally angling to the right. What a burst into the secondary and all the way ahead to the 10-yard line. Snap Tanner. Short drop. Pump to the end zone. Has Shumway there. Makes the leap. And does he come down with it? Yes, he does! Touchdown, Talon Shumway. What a grab and what a score. But it would have been a delay of game. Instead, it's an inadvertent whistle. Pressure on the quarterback. Tonga is pushed down as he chased. Second chaser gets him! It's Corbin Kafusi with a chase down sack of James Tabery. Fly sweep Simon. He jukes it after going right, back to his left. Handoff Katoa. Katoa! A big yet! Another one! Lopini Katoa touchdown! To the left side to Briscoe. And BYU says ball came loose at the end of the play before the ball was down. And the judgment is BYU football. Mitch Harris will snap. Gavin Fowler will hold. And Schuyler from 30. Drives it. Through for 3. Schuyler is now 3 for 4. As a Cougar, Tanner Mangum takes 3-step drop, steps up in the pocket, and throws underneath. It is complete. Will he get a first down? Oleve Hifo will get it. Inside the 20, 15, spun forward inside the 15, still driving the leg. Kick is on its way. And it is good. To the left side for Trips right. To the wide side for Tabery. He looks to that side. Pressure now to the right. Kafusi has him wrapped up and it's deflected. Picked up! Interception far side of the field. Red Sandlin. Plenty of leg, and it is through for 3. Schuyler Southam makes it 30-3. Final score is 30-3. BYU defeats McNeese on 30 unanswered points. Cougars don't attempt to score in the final minute, and that'll do it.
All right, David Nixon, former Cougar, Stevenson Sylvester, former Ute, here to break this one down for us.
Well, after that forgettable first quarter, the Cougars figured things out, and offensively, they had a little bit of chemistry going on between two guys that have been together before.
Correct. BYU had a very slow start to the game, but Tanner Mangum got his first touchdown pass since the Cal game.
Yeah, this was an important play for Tanner Mangum to get his confidence going. What we see here is Talon Shumway does a great job of pre-snap aligning. He gets right on the outside of the numbers, allows about 6 yards, and gives Tanner Mangum enough room to where he starts doing a little post. He's going to look back inside. He gets the DB going, and he's going to come right back to the corner. If you recall, he did this against Wisconsin for a big first down. Exact same play. Talon Shumway goes up and gets the ball. And what I love about this play is exactly that. He's an athletic kid. We know that in high school he was fantastic. And here you see him going up and high pointing the ball. This is something the BYU receivers haven't done a lot of. They've been a little tentative, a little hesitant, but Shumway comes through with a big touchdown catch.
Great. Lopini Katoa is starting to show some stuff. He had a great day rushing the ball yesterday. Yeah,
Squally Canada had some injuries to his ankle kind of coming in and out of the game, but Katoa does a great job of filling in. And BYU starts off with 12 personnel. A lot of it because Braden Obakri has a broken hand, and so they've come in with 2 tight ends. But I want to talk about the blocking up front. You've got the big boys coming around, but Moroni Lolopututau. You got a guard and tight end pool, which is kind of unique in and of itself. But Moroni does a great job coming around. gets the head on the linebacker and springs Katoa loose. I mean, Katoa's untouched for a touchdown. So if you're Katoa, Lopini Katoa, you got to go to your big boys and tell them thank you. Thanks for giving me the end zone.
Right. And then on his other touchdown today, he had some really tough running.
Yeah, and this is once again some trickeration by this Jeff Grimes. He does a great job. You're going to see up front, Matt Bushman's going to scan across. And what happens? You've got the DB whose eyes, he's following Bushman, which vacates that C gap area. And Lopini does a great job of finding the gap. And look at Austin Hoyt driving his guy. Wait for it. Pancake into the end zone. The big boys up front all throughout the afternoon did a great job blocking up front and really helped Lopini rush the ball.
Yeah. And defensively, they made some plays as well.
Yeah, I was happy about this play. Chris Wilcox throughout the season has really been picked on as a DB. A lot of people have gone after him. Known not to be that physical, but this play in particular, 9 yards. He starts his drop. He's doing like a quarters drop. He sees the ball release. He does a great job, put his foot in the ground and breaks on the ball. By the time the ball gets to the receiver, he's right there for a big tackle for loss. He had 2 tackle for losses on the afternoon. But this is something going into this week against Washington. The DBs are going to do a great job of tackling in open field.
Great. The defense was swarming yesterday. 4 turnovers. Here's one of the forced fumbles. What was key on this one?
Yeah, this is late in the game, so you had some of the second and third stringers in, but it shows you the effort that Elisa Tuiaki and Klein Sataki have taught this BYU defense. And Austin Kafensis, a guy who was a quarterback, running back, now safety, comes in and does a great job putting his head on the ball. You see the guys swarming. But watch this hit. Textbook comes in, puts the head on the ball, gets the arm in there as well, and then guys swarm to the ball, good things happen. So 4 turnovers by his BYU defense. Once again, something else that they're going to have to build on as they head to Washington this week for a top 25 matchup.
Yeah, much different opponent this Saturday.
Did you see anything from Saturday and scheme-wise defensively to help control Jake Browning? I mean, Gaskin this week against him.
I like the tackling, but listen, it's a whole different beast that BYU is going to face. They're going to be prepared, but you know, they went up and stunned Wisconsin, so maybe they can do the thing to same thing to Washington.
Why not?
Okay. All right, look forward to that top 20 matchup in Seattle.
And that is a Utah State touchdown.
We got a lot of weapons out there, and my job is just to get them the ball.
That's a Utah State touchdown.
Nobody's better than us.
Touchdown, Utah State.
Nobody can outscheme us.
It's 6 for the Aggies. No one's going to touch him.
We're going to make big things happen.
10-5 touchdown. This one's a rout.
Well, the Aggies kept the train rolling, and they opened up the Mountain West schedule last night in Logan with a win over Air Force, snapping a 3-game losing streak to those pesky Falcons.
These Air Force games are always weird. The Aggies possessed the ball for just 16 minutes, but scored 42 points, and the defense shut down the Air Force option attack when it mattered most late in the 4th.
Beautiful night in Logan, Utah. Inside of Maverick Stadium, the Mountain West Conference opener for both Utah State and Air Force. But here in the Beehive State, it feels fantastic. Thompson in the backfield, gets the handoff, end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Sanders. The secondary push. Touchdown.
Fagan was just a road grader that time. And
Fagan. End zone for the touchdown. That love goes deep. Tarver's wide open. 1st and goal, Utah State. Using tempo. Touchdown, Aggies. Gerald Bright, his 3rd touchdown of the season. An opportune time. Pocket for Love. Down the middle. Bonds has it to the end zone for the touchdown. Aaron Bonds, his second. More tempo. Thompson reaching. Touchdown. Now the second effort got him across the goal line. It was close. Fumble on the exchange. Utah State has recovered. Gage Ferguson. Things had bogged down recently. He'll set up the middle screen for the tight end. There goes Dax Raymond. Touchdown, Utah State. Late pitch, Remsburg. Nifty move. Touchdown, Air Force. And Hammond will fling it to the end zone. Caught by Wagaspack for the 2-point conversion. So with a 10-point advantage over his Mountain West rival Air Force. Falcons right back in it. A touchdown and 2-point conversion moments ago. Here's Scarver. Across the 20. It's been a rough night for 81 and White. And he lost it again. He lost it again. Air Force recovers. And that's a Falcons touchdown.
It's over 60 yards receiving, 68 to be exact.
There goes Bright. Gerald Bright, far side, untouched. Touchdown Aggies. 70 yards. Sanders again across the middle. Pass is broken up, incomplete. 10 in the box for Utah State on 4th down. Sanders, I don't think he got there.
I'll tell you what, they slammed the door shut right there. They played tenacious defense in the second half.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a statement victory for the Aggies. The rest of the Mountain West Conference is watching this game tonight thinking, oh my gosh, what are we going to do?
A very impressive win for the Aggies to open conference play. Sly and David, here to break this one down.
The Aggies got rolling early, and especially Jordan Love. Man, he was impressive last night.
Jordan Love threw for 356 yards, 2 touchdowns. We're going to break down a touchdown pass here, which shows you kind of his progression as a quarterback.
Yeah, his maturation as a QB definitely needs to be highlighted. Here he is. The pocket's closing down. I'm very uncomfortable for a quarterback to throw the ball. He stays in there, steps up into the pocket, and throws a dime to Vaughn right over the middle. Easy touchdown for the Aggies.
This really got him going, but when you get the passing game going, you can start to throw in some trickeration. You see Utah State kind of nearing Air Force's side of the field, and they pull out a great trick play.
Yeah, this trick play is very interesting. This defense definitely needs to know something's up. They got 5 eligible receivers on the strong side of the field. One of those guys is ineligible, and that's that receiver right there. That means he can't catch the ball. So as this defender is in the zone, his guy, the running back, goes to the strong side. He has to take the first guy back in his zone, which is this tight end, Dax Raymond. He doesn't. His eyes go from the quarterback to the swing pass, and he loses Dax Raymond, which allows him to just take off.
This is a tough play because you got so much going away from you, right, that you tried to follow it, and you end up going for a touchdown. So, great job by Utah State, dial up a trick play. But when you play Air Force, we all know that triple option is no joke. But in order to defeat it, you have to be assignment sound.
You got to be disciplined. You got to be disciplined. And so what Utah State does great here, they have assignments, and the DN takes the linebacker's gap, and then the linebacker takes his gap. So the DN's going to slant down here into the B and A gap, just close everything up. The linebacker's going to jab step here and then take his C gap right off the DN's butt right here, which opens things up for him to see the quarterback, see the ball, and just make an athletic play at the linebacker.
This was a big play. This was a 3rd and 3, which forced Air Force into punting the ball. So great job by Tay there. So moving on, you look at the situation, 35-32, about 7 minutes left in the game. This was a defining drive, and here's a big run play by Utah State.
Yes, at the top of the screen here, Jalen Green, makes a great block to seal the edge, allows Gerald Brown to go yard, 70 yards here. But here we want to highlight, this is a great job by this defense. The defense end is setting the edge right here, but this linebacker is who's at fault right now. He's got to come down, get this double team off of his D tackle. He allows the double team to stay on, which allows the D tackle to get washed.
I mean, that DB though.
Oh,
I mean,
where's he at?
When you go back and watch that film, the whole defense is pointing out, like, come on, man.
Yeah,
you can't get punked like that by a receiver.
Like that.
That's not happening.
70 yards later, Utah State grabs the lead.
Aggies have a bye this week, but last week I said I think that the Aggies are the best executing team in the state. Right there, you proved it, right?
They're putting up the numbers. It's gonna, 2 weeks from now, BYU is gonna be a great game.
That's gonna be a fun one. Can't wait for it.
All right, guys, thanks. Okay, Weber State ranked 7th in the FCS national poll. Open up the Big Sky schedule with a 17-point win over Northern Colorado yesterday. That's Josh Davis, the former Alta Hawk. Unbelievable again. 30 carries, 218 yards, 2 touchdowns, including that 95-yarder. 3rd straight game over 100 yards for Josh Davis. He leads the nation in rushing among FCS teams. And Jeremiah, he's only a freshman.
And he didn't play the first game of the season.
Yeah.
How about that?
All right, the Utes had a bye week. Trying to figure things out after the Pac-12 opening loss at home to Washington last week.
Yeah, much needed time to heal up and try to fix a struggling offense. The Utes also need to take better care of the football. They're second to last in the nation in turnover margin.
That's not good, right?
No, it's not. 2 offensive touchdowns in the last 2 games for the Utes is also not good. And that won't do when they go to Pullman Saturday to take on Mike Leach and the Washington State Cougars. Washington State's second in the country in passing offense. Gardner Minshew has been awesome at quarterback. He passed for 344 yards, 3 touchdowns in Friday's loss at USC. The Utes will have to score a lot more than 7 points to keep up on Saturday, but Kyle still believes in his offense.
For 2 weeks we've struggled a little bit. that's probably an understatement. You know, the name of the game on offense is points, and followed closely by taking care of the football. And right now we're not putting enough points up, and we're turning the ball over more than anyone in the Pac-12. So based on those two things, we got a lot of work to do. But I keep going back to the confidence I have in our players. I really like our offensive players, and I really believe in them. We really believe in them. And so we as coaches got to do a better job of putting them in position to be successful. South, I believe, is wide open. You know, when you just look at it, I think it's a wide open race. And, you know, certainly it didn't help our cause dropping a Pac-12 game, but I think we're still in good shape to contend.
All right, Kyle, of course, what else is he going to say? He's got to be confident. He said it before that he thought this was the deepest team all the way around, even on offense. But you know what? He said they kind of struggled last 2 weeks. No, they didn't. I didn't see any improvement. I didn't see anything to give me hope that they've got a scheme to make it easy for their players to be successful.
This is why they're so concerned, why fans are so concerned, because they're seeing this, and it's 2 touchdowns in 2 games for the offense is not good enough.
And even against a pretty good Weber State FCS defense, they still struggled in that first quarter. Then they moved on. But I don't see anything scheme-wise or anything right now to make an improvement.
You've got to run the ball more. 60-40 run to pass. Right now it's 40-60 the opposite way. Your receivers have got to do a better job catching the football, taking care of the football. And Tyler Huntley has got to stop staring down his receivers, go through his reads and his progressions a little bit more cleaner. And those are those things you can fix. And the offensive line's got little things here and there they need to fix. If they do that, the offense can start getting some points. But that's a lot of stuff I just mentioned.
said everything they should have had taken care of the first 2 weeks of fall camp. Okay? I don't see anything. Hopefully they prove me wrong.
We'll find out on Saturday.
All right, when we come back, the not-so-great clips of the week.
Yeah, you notice something wrong with this picture? Hey, where are you at? Where's the idiot kicker?
Oh, hey, where are you?
There you are.
Come on, man.
College Football Breakdown, brought to you by Siegfried and Jensen. Great clips of the week.
All right, the Wake Forest setting up for a go-ahead field goal in the first quarter against Notre Dame. I see the problem there? Kicker, where are you? It was freshman Nick Skiba warming up on the sideline.
Is he on scholarship?
Well, he may not be after that one.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so then he had to hurry out there, and he tried to hit a 38-yard field goal.
How do you focus after that?
I don't know if we're going to see it, but he missed it.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
That's not a good Saturday for him. Hey, Chip, the Colorado Buffalo mascot, shooting T-shirts out of a cannon, but he needs to turn the gun around.
Watch this.
He had a little accident.
Don't.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man. That
he
hurts.
learned a hard lesson during that Saturday.
All right, and yesterday, LaVell Edwards Stadium, speaking of mascots, Cosmo doing the flip. Off with my head.
Oh, my gosh. His head fell off.
Oh, we had disaster. And look, it's like the Secret Service coming over to protect the president. I'm sure they practiced that, right?
I think it was staged, but you know what? It was still cool. It was still pretty cool.
All right, well, you've had your chance to vote. Now we will unveil your choice for the top play from this week in high school football. Is this the winner, Jeremiah? What do you think?
Oh, we got a Piesman.
Okay,
maybe.
We'll find out when we come back. All right, every Saturday night, Game Night Live at 6 o'clock, we give you 4 choices for the top play from that week in high school football.
Yeah, then you can go to our Twitter page at KSL Sports to cast your vote. Now this week's winner.
Primetime Performers, brought to you by Granite Credit Union.
This is Spanish Fort quarterback Parker Swenson. It seems like a simple drop back, but then look at this effort. He's going to cover about 40 yards on the scramble, and then he lets it rip, and his prayer's answered. The Dons won this game 39-22. Congratulations to the Dons and Mr. Swenson.
We'll do it again next week. All right, every Saturday night, 6 o'clock, we have our highlight reel. Load up the projector, and it's ready to roll.
And we'll leave you with 90 seconds of greatness. Thanks for watching, everyone.